true and faithful relation that would pass for many years between Dr. John Dee and some spirits. By Meric Casaubon, 1659. Monday, the 25th of June, Menhora 7, Cracovia. Dee said, Orationem Dominicum pronunciavimus eo alquat alias or atiunculos ex psalmis, etc. After we had sit a while together, conferring of Avi, his vision, and so on, a voice said, Bring up the shoe stone. And Avi said that Dee said I had set it down on the table behind the cushion with the crosses, for I had furnished the table with the cloth, candles, and so on, as of late I was wont. Hereupon I set up the stone on the cushion. Edward Kelly said, There appeareth in the stone like a white curtain all over the stone. After a while it was drawn, and laid on the backside of the stone on a heap together. Now here standeth one in a white garment. The margin again says, Avi, with a white circlet about his head, like a white smoke. I remember not that whatever I saw this creature before, his garment is tucked up. Avi said, Who is he that is rich? Dee said, The Lord of all. And then a little cross and a 4. So 4 speaking, I guess. He it is that openeth the storehouses, not such as fly away with the wind, but such as are pure and without end. Well, it doesn't have the line through. I don't see that. The 4 storehouses, okay. You know, it's the cross, I guess, is the symbol for a holy place or holy thing. And Dee said, Blessed be his name forever. Ave said, To the pure in spirit, and such as be as he delighteth in. Amen. In the margin, Dee has da verbum tuum in Arameo el sapientium tuum in Quadameo figa. And then also quasi sigasta te terra navanda. The pure in spirit and such as he delighteth in. Amen. Dixit Dominus invoca nomen meum eo mitam vobis verbum quo verbicada terram eo responsum dabit de se eo testimonium dabit da se ut in testimonio vincat malus. Edward Kelly said, Now there is a fire come, and hath consumed this creature all to pieces, and he is fallen down to ashes. Now he riseth up, and he is brighter than he was before. Ave said, So doth the glory of God comfort the just, and they rise again with a threefold glory. Dee said, A place was made. Edward Kelly said, Now he spreadeth the air, or openeth it before him, and there appeareth before him a square table. Now he taketh off the table a light carpet. Now he taketh off a green carpet. Now he taketh off a white carpet. Now he taketh off a red cloth, and now the table appeareth to be made of earth, as potter's clay, very raw earth. And we have the tables of the earth, and then this triangle, so this D, he taketh off the colored cloths in due order, respecting the 4 parts of the world in the margin. But it's also interesting to notice that the cloth covering the Kaaba at Mecca, the cube, has been different colors through the years. All these colors. And that around it wasn't always silver. It used to be earth, potter's clay formed in the symbol around the rock. So Edward Kelly said, the table hath 4 feet, of which 2 touch the ground, and 2 do not. The feet seem also to be of the earth. The table is square, Edward Kelly said. On the left corner, furthest from Edward Kelly, did a T appear on the table. Out of the top of this T do 4 beams issue, of clear color bright. That part, pointing to the T of the table of the earth, of those that govern the earth, that is, are governed by 7 angels, that are governed by the 7 that stand before God, that are governed by the living God, which is found in the seal of the living God. 10 with the 4, which signify the 4 powers of God, principle, and earth, and so on. That part, it's Ave speaking again, and Ave again. Move not, for this place is holy, and become holy. I said not so, he said it. That beareth witness of himself unto this. Away, the other 3 angels of the table. Edward Kelly says, on the other farther corner of the table, on Edward Kelly, his right hand, is a cross, like an alphabet cross. This cross and the other T do seem to lie upon the table in a dim, dunnish, or sky color. All the table over seem to be scribbled and raised with new lines. Ave said, the earth is the last, which is with the angels, but not as the angels, and therefore it standeth in the table of the 7 angels, which stand before the presence of God in the last place, without a letter or number, but figured by a cross. Is it expressed in the angle of that table, wherein the names of the angels are gathered, and do appear as of Michael and Gabriel? He said, I remember there is an alphabetary cross. The earth, Vida 1582, 20, March, Liber 1, or is that? No, that's a 2. The table of the angels, the Angulum Bonorum, which I think there's more experience for me to have there, but I've put down what I've had thus far in that program. Edward Kelly says, now in the corner of the table, on the right hand, Edward Kelly, appeareth another cross, somewhat on this fashion. And there appear these letters and numbers. Now it's, more of a plus cross. And you have B64B. And, Enochian's right to left, so when you have Enochian characters. It says Vida, number 3, NO 1582, Aprilis 28 in the corner. And D said, it is in that table which consists of the 4 and 8. Now, I'm not sure how many of these are actually in extant writings, but I bet we're going to find, if we go through this, we're going to find reference to more missing things than people tend to mention. Because there were destroyed records, and, oh, well, they're going to be this, and, well, there's specific dates and stuff brought up that we don't have. Edward Kelly said, in the last corner of this earthly table appeared a little round smoke, as big as a pin's head. And then Edward Kelly said, now it is all covered with a mist. Edward Kelly said, now I hear a great voice of thumbling and rumbling in the stone. Edward Kelly said, now all waxed clear again. Now hovering over the table appear infinite sort of things like worms, sometimes going up and sometimes down. These seem somewhat brightish. Over these, higher in the air, appear an infinite sort of small, little blackish things, bigger than motes in the sun. And they go up and down, and sometimes come along those worm-like creatures. And then it is Ave speaking again. The Lord appeared unto Enoch, and was merciful unto him, opened his eyes, that he might see and judge the earth, which was unknown unto his parents, by reason of their fall. For the Lord said, let us show unto Enoch the use of the earth. And lo, Enoch was wise, and full of the spirit of wisdom. And he said unto the Lord, let there be remembrance of thy mercy, and let those that love thee taste of this after me. O let not thy mercy be forgotten. And the Lord was pleased. And after 50 days Enoch had written, and this was the title of his book, Let those that fear God and are worthy read. But behold, the people waxed wicked and became unrighteous, and the Spirit of the Lord was far off, and gone away from them, so that those that were unworthy began to read. And the kings of the earth said thus against the Lord, what is it that we cannot do? Or who is he that can resist us? And the Lord was vexed, and he sent in amongst them 150 lions and spirits of wickedness, error, and deceit. And they appeared unto them, for the Lord had put them between those that are wicked and as good angels. And they began to counterfeit the doings of God and his power, for they had a power given them so to do, so that the memory of Enoch washed away, and the spirits of error began to teach them doctrines which from time to time unto this age and unto this day hath spread abroad into all parts of the world, and is the skill and cunning of the wicked. Hereby they speak with the devils, not because they have power over the devils, but because they are joined unto them in the league and discipline of their own doctrine. For behold, in the knowledge of the mystical figures and the use of their presence is the gift of God delivered to Enoch, and by Enoch his request to the faithful, that thereby they may have the true use of God's creatures, and of the earth whereon they dwell. So hath the devil delivered unto the wicked the signs and tokens of his error and hatred towards God, whereby they in using them might consent with their fall, and so became partakers with them of the reward which is eternal damnation. These they call characters, a lamentable thing, for by these many souls have perished. Now it hath pleased God to deliver this doctrine again out of darkness, and to fill his promise with thee. For the books of Enoch, to whom he saith, as he said to Enoch, let those that are worthy understand this by thee, that it may be one witness of my promise toward thee. Come therefore, O thou cloud, and wretched darkness, come forth, I say, out of this table, for the Lord again hath opened the earth, and she shall become known to the worthy. Character, something, a grammatical thing. Okay, there's something, maybe something missing right there. But in the margin with this, we have Enoch, 50 days, the title of Enoch's books expounded to English, 150 lions are wicked spirits, seducers, counterfeiting, wicked magicians, devil's characters, the mercy of God to D, the wicked expelled out of the earth. Well, these spiritual technologies, it's what a person does with them, right? But the beings with respite, you think they would remember actually some of these old languages and stuff. So that's why there's question about that. Like that. Edward Kelly said, now cometh out of the table a dark smoke, and remaineth on the table a goldish slime, and things which hovered in the air do now come, and light down on that slime, and so mount up again. He said, "Don omnibus," said Bonus. Edward Kelly said, "He taketh the smoke and tieth it." Avi said, "I tie her not up from all men, but from the good." Now cometh the dark cloud all over again. He said, a pause. Edward Kelly said, "Now it is bright again." He said, "Fiant omnia facilima." The beginning of that's maybe missing here. And then number, Edward Kelly said, I see lines and scribblements as before, going athwart the lines. I count 13 lines downward. Stay there, he said. Edward Kelly says, I count 12 this other way. Well, I see 13, and, well, in the drawing it's 12 down and 13 across, which, you know, isn't the right number, but anyways, they'll correct that as they get to the filling out of the table. And remember that there's 1 to 4, 0 to 4 actually, options of what to have in said squares when you have the 25 by 27 tablet. Edward Kelly said, in the just middle of every square are little pricks. The table seemeth to be 8 yards square. Edward Kelly says, now come upon these squares like characters. They be the true images of God, his spiritual creatures. Ave said, write what thou seest. And note, characters. Edward Kelly says, I cannot. D said, endeavor to do your best, for he that biddeth you to do will also give you power to do. Edward Kelly said, Edward Kelly did his best. At length, fire flashed in his face, and shortly after he said, I perceive they be easy to make, so that I tell the squares by which the lines do pass, and draw from middle prick to middle prick. D said, at length Edward Kelly finisheth the table. He said that these seemed to be yellowish gold. Edward Kelly said, you heard one here say, I write my own damnation. A wicked power tempting Edward Kelly. Ave said, he might have said, you write his damnation. Pray, and write as many more lines. D said, after a while Edward Kelly did, with great ease, finish the 4 parts of the table. Edward Kelly said, the stone is become dark. A voice said, cease for an hour. D said, may we pause from our places as now? Ave said, I. D said, after a little hour passed, we returned, and as we talked of the premises, he said, Ave said, lose no time. D said, he said, in the stone being clear again, Ave said, in the name of God, be diligent and move not, for the place is holy. Take the first square, write from the left hand toward the right. You shall write small letters and great. Say what you see. He's directing that at Edward Kelly. RZILAFAUTLPA. And the second A is capital, and the second Z is capital. Vazilavatelpa. He said, I find here one square among these characters that hath nothing in it. And we have Z, capital Z, little z, underneath that, which I don't know why it has that, but, and Ave said, it must be filled. A-R-D, capital Z, A-I-D-P-A, capital L-A-M. Arnzai. Edward Kelly said, "A dim cloud cometh before mine eyes. Now it is gone." And I'm going to break this program here.